Wow. Breaking news. Jake Paul versus Hasim Rahman Jr. to be canceled due to weight issues. Say it ain't so. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you come in, smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. SLC. Subscribe, like, and comment. Now, according to Boxing Scene, and I will put the link in the description, it says BOXINGScene.com has learned that Jake Paul's planned fight with Hasim Rahman Jr. has been forced to move off its August 6th date and likely canceled outright. The decision came hours after the New York Athletic Commission called for modification of the maximum contracted weight to 205. The bout, which headlines August 6th Showtime pay-per-view at Madison Square Garden, New York, was originally set to take place at the full 200-pound cruiserweight limit. It now won't take place at all, at least not on August 6th. The weight limit was always tentative, with Rahman Jr. being required to submit to weekly weight checks by the State Athletic Commission in New York to confirm that the second-generation heavyweight could safely get down to a career low mark in such a short amount of time. The most recent development in that process prompted the State Commission to call for event handlers to raise the mark, though still not enough for the show to move forward, even in the modified form. Rahman was also subject to a rehydration clause that if he made the 205 mark during the final weigh-in, instead his inability to get below 115 pounds in training camp. This looks like a typo. 215 is what I think, but it says in the article, it says 115, but I believe they mean 215, has killed off the entire card. So that's basically what's going on. Link will be in the description. You know, I don't have too much thoughts about it. I just want to give you guys the latest news. I always thought this was kind of weird because you look at Hasim Rahman Jr.'s recent outings, like one, he's coming off a stoppage loss. But if you look at his recent fights, like I think he's fought as high as like 264. But let's say he is within the 230, 240 range normally. So Jake Paul, that would be heavyweight, you know what I mean? So when I heard about this fight, I'm like, are they going to fight at heavyweight? You know, are they fighting at cruiserweight? Because I thought Jake Paul was fighting at closer to 190, you know? So it was always kind of a stretch based on the amount of mass that Hasim Rahman has put on over the years. So I thought it was always going to be a stretch. And, you know, I said this in previous videos that, you know, people would be happy that Jake Paul was finally fighting an actual boxer, but this was a little bit of gameplay with the weight, even though the two sparred and stuff like that, because if you look at his last fight where he lost to Tommy Morrison's son, I think Hasim Rahman weighed like 220 something. So he was gonna have to keep coming down in weight because that's just at the weigh-in. You don't know what he rehydrated to the next day, and then after that fight, you don't know what his weight was at. His weight could have went back up, right? Because once you're done with the fight you could be at whatever weight you choose to do. So I always thought the weight was kind of weird. But I think something else to note here that many people haven't pointed out that I've seen is, if the news is true, what Boxing Scene is reporting about the fight being canceled or at least postponed, then it makes the WBC look extremely bad. Now, if you guys SLC, subscribe, like, and comment to my channel, you'll know I made a video already about Mauricio Suleiman, the WBC president. And he literally yesterday came out and said that this fight, Jake Paul versus Hasim Rahman Jr., if Jake Paul wins it, he'll be ranked. And I posted about it on my social media at BOXINGEGO1. You can follow me on Instagram. And a lot of people there was a big outcry. A lot of people were up in arms, thought it was BS, and, you know, thought money talks. Jake Paul, based on his name and his brand, the WBC is doing anything to pander or cater to him. And long story short, if this announcement is official, which it looks like it very well could be, where the fight is canceled, then it makes the WBC look extremely bad because you were just about to rank them, and none of us knew about it until yesterday. And if the fight gets canceled, then you wouldn't have had to put your name on that. So this is the second time in recent memory where Mauricio Suleiman and the WBC have made statements and then in a very short space of time thereafter looked extremely bad. Recently, they pledged an allegiance to Daniel Kinahan, who is a nefarious and reported crime lord involved in some kind of Irish crime syndicate, right? And Mauricio Suleiman did a whole article on his website. WBC said, oh, Daniel Kinahan, I had dinner with him or lunch, and he's a great guy, and he has the WBC's backing 100%, 1000%. We back him. You know, he's good for boxing, etc. Well, someone that didn't feel that Daniel Kinahan was good for boxing is the U.S. Treasury, because about 2 weeks after Mauricio Suleiman pledged allegiance to Daniel Kinahan, the U.S. Treasury and the U.S. government came out with a wanted poster of Daniel Kinahan, his brother, and his father for $5 million apiece and upwards of $15 million for any information leading to the arrest and conviction of those three individuals who they said are involved in all kinds of stuff. They got Garda, which is basically the FBI equivalent overseas, looking into the matter, and they've been tracking him for a while and trying to bring him to justice and have him tried and disband this reported gang. But Mauricio Suleiman felt the need to co-sign him, and then weeks later the sanctions came out. So if you work with him, then you can become complicit, which I don't want to get, for the sake of this video, I don't want to get too far off. I've made several videos about that. And then now this situation with Jake Paul. Jake Paul, if his fight's canceled, you didn't even have to do interviews and tell us that he was going to get ranked, which only bothered many of the boxing fans. So that, among the clenbuterol issues and, Oscar Valdez failing the drug test with the clean boxing program, then they switched the rules to the WADA rules, all these recent things that the WBC has done. And, it looks crazy at this point. It really and truly looks crazy. So that's the latest. Jake Paul, Hasim Rahman looks like it's finito. I will give you guys the updated word once this is official for the best in boxing. I'm the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Make sure you guys SLC, subscribe, like, and comment. And I'm out. Introducing Super Thanks right here on the official Boxing Ego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.